My name is Ackerly Shelzam, and today I'm going to be talking about some of the side hip muscles. Primary mover, gluteus medius, then you have piriformis, obturator, internus, externus, gemellus inferior, superior. Definitely don't need to memorize those, just listen them off really quick for those who care. But basically what I'm looking at is strengthening the side hip for numerous reasons, but one of the primary ones is trying to prevent the knee dive. So as the knee rolls in, you'll notice the hip shoots out. Getting the hip stronger will assist in that. It's not a one size fits all, but just saying that's a contributing factor. Okay, so I like to kind of note if you look in the notes, you'll see that I have different sets and reps for all these exercises. Basically what you want to appreciate is you're just trying to get a nice fatigue level, going for about 2 sets, 2 fatigue. So sets and reps will vary. I have a Perform Better band today. In no way do they pay me. This is not a plug for them at all. People just ask me what kind of band are you using. So Perform Better has their own website. Perform Better is one word on the website and .com. This right here is what they call a heavy band, so it's black. And then it's also an extra small or mini band. I'm not a big fan of the huge circumference bands. We're trying to keep the legs pretty well underneath you, trying not to get the legs super far out. You're trying to train your body for a good base of support and not have the legs super far out. So I also like to be energy efficient, or I'm sorry, rather time efficient. I don't want to work out for 4 hours to get a good burn. So the extra heavy usually can get around 10, 15 reps and start feeling it kick in, which is cool. And you get 2 sets of 10, 2 sets of 15, then you're done. All right, so here we go. Band above the knees. Big fan of above the knees. Yes, of course, you've seen it below for other people, I'm sure. You've seen it around the ankles or about halfway down, just trying to decrease some stress to the knee, and I get a great workout. So if I couldn't get a great workout, I might have to move that band. But if you get the thick band and it's a small circumference, you'll get a great workout. I work with a lot of different athletes. Some of them are very, very high level. I don't want to mention names to keep within legal compliance, but let's just say that they're the best of the best. And they get tired with this. So I think the average person is definitely going to get tired with this as well. Keep all the weight in this leg, hip, knee, ankle, nice straight line, slight crouch. Tap your foot to the side and come back. Barely tapping this foot, meaning almost no weight in the moving leg. All the weight is in the leg that's not moving. Trying to avoid the knee from getting pulled in. So trying to keep the hip, knee, ankle in a nice straight line, slight crouch. Usually I'm going to go around 10 to 15 reps, start feeling the burn in the stance leg in the hip that's not moving, and then switch. The feet, trying to do my best to have them nice and side by side, avoiding the reaching back or forward, trying to go straight sideways, all the weight staying in this leg. Okay, so 2 sets, 10 to 15. Got a nice side hip burn. That is one way to work out your side hips. So we'll say that's Monday's workout, done. Okay, Wednesday, we want to do just something a little different. Slight squat, bands above the knees. Big toes are glued to the ground. Pull the knees out a little bit and then return to center. I mentioned the big toes because I used to do this where I kind of roll my feet like this. So if the feet come off the ground, you start working out your ankles, trying to work out your side hips. Pull both out. Return to center, usually going to go for around 10-15 reps, 2 sets. Okay, now it's Friday, looking for a slightly different workout for the side hips. I'm going to make one nice and still and pull just one knee out. So I'm pulling the right knee, but keeping the left knee nice and stable. This is something that looks really, really similar to the other one. You might think to yourself, is that even a different workout? It's subtle to us, but our body feels something different. We have to keep something stable versus pulling apart at the same time. So it would be considered a mild, different exercise. Stable movement. Going to do about 10 each side. Couple rounds. Getting a nice burn. Now we're looking for another shake up, another day, looking for a different exercise. I'm going to go with a rotation and return. All the weight's in this leg as I barely tap this leg down. Avoiding the knee getting pulled in, trying to keep it stable, trying to keep it right over this foot as I rotate about 90 degrees and come back. I like rotating my torso as well, just because that challenges me. But with that being said, if you wanted to just open up the hips and keep the torso relatively forward, you could do that. I just like rotating the upper body as well, kind of like the hip and the upper body here moving as one unit, just because it challenges my knee from getting pulled in. I really feel it working out my hip. I'm gonna get about 10 to 15 reps, then switch to this side. Repeat, keeping that knee right there. 2 rounds of that. Now you work out your hip rotators, another great side hip exercise. Final one I'm going to post today is the sideways walking. I see a lot of people doing this one. In my opinion, let's not say wrong, but let's just say I think you could do it better, meaning you could get more benefit out of it. So what I want to go for is slight crouch, and think of that side tapping one that we did. So meaning make it really look similar to that. I'm going to put all the weight in this leg, reach this leg over straight to the side, shift my weight, all the weight in the stationary leg, reach over to the side, shift my weight. And then coming back, now I care about this leg. All the weight's in this leg as I reach, and then a little weight shift. Okay, I'm working in a pretty small space right here, just to stay in front of the camera. So I would tell you that if I was doing this without this camera, I would go down and back in the hallway until I had a really nice burn on both sides. I'd rest for about 45 seconds, and then I would do it one more time. So 2 sets to fatigue. However many times it takes you to go up and down to get that first level of fatigue is going to vary based off how big of a room you have and how strong the band is and how small the band is. All right, so I hope that helps any of the people that I've assigned this exercise to. Just a little way to take a look at it and remember what the heck you're doing.